lot of this is called market data, and it's a tactic. When we use market data, it's convincing. So remember that, guys. When you're presenting to people, use market data. A lot of our free reports and intellectual property information-based marketing that you'll find in the ad generator, on the editorial ads and the other things, that uses market data to make your case about something. Extremely convincing. So I write that down. There's product data and there's market data. All right, so here's Tony. Tell us what we got.
So this is just outside of a property that we've listed for sale. We just go over there and we just shoot a real quick property tour of the video. So one of the things that I do is my team and I, we have a group WhatsApp. So before I go live, I always give the entire team a heads up. Hey, we're about to go live at the newest listing. The reason I want to do that is because I want my team to comment. I want them to like, I want them to share, and really just kind of engage in the post, because the public, when they see a post engaged, then they're more likely to click on it. Where there's a party, people want to go. Where there's absolutely no action, no comments, no likes, no reactions, people are a bit more fearful to jump in there. They probably think it's worthless. So you got to utilize the people around you. And that's exactly what we do. So you'll see there on the right, H Cruz Johal. Well, that's my wife. She's commenting, beautiful kitchen and backyard view. Again, she's commenting underneath. Underneath that is an agent here in town. At the bottom is my transaction coordinator here at the office. So this is just a snapshot of every time we go live, we ask our team to comment and engage on it.
That might be the biggest takeaway, and I didn't think about that. Just getting people that know you programmed to comment on your lives. In your ad here on the post, it says 769.9 or trade. Yeah. I noticed that you're using or trade, the trade aspect feature, a lot in your marketing.
It's right on our checklist. Every time we list a home for sale, we follow a 4-page checklist. One of the points on there is that our listing coordinator has to come up with a description, and she starts with the price or trade. This is a huge lead generator for us. We brought 2 properties to market yesterday, and then overnight I woke up and one of them already had a, hey, I live at this address here. I like your property. What does this trade thing mean? We get tons of leads like that.
Dominating, not competing.
Yeah, you got to think big. And when you take on a listing, you got to think of how many more listings can I get because of this listing. So this particular home where it's listed, we actually dominate that area. We've never done any sort of direct mail there. We've never done anything. We've essentially dominated that area there purely by signage. Usually when I do a video, I do make a point of talking about the writer at the top, buy this home and we'll buy yours, just before I walk into the house. And I always do strategically try to get the for sale sign in on the background. Because I know this video is going to reach thousands and thousands of people in my marketplace, and my for sale sign is very similar to my billboards on the street too.
So you're doing these videos live, but you're downloading them and putting them on YouTube. So when you download the video from Facebook and you save it to your desktop, are you doing any edits when you put it up on YouTube?
No, we don't do any edits. I mean, to the actual video material itself?
Yeah.
No, we don't. I mean, the only difference is when we actually title it. We used to title it the property address, but now we change it. So my area here is Kitchener. So I change it to Kitchener Real Estate because Kitchener Real Estate is the most Googled real estate term in my area. So it's going to help SEO.
That's a huge takeaway. People don't really know what the titles of their videos, but you're right. Kitchener Real Estate will be a wider search term on Google than the property address. And there's nothing wrong with having 2 videos. Like you could have one video of Kitchener Real Estate, Tony, whatever, and you could have one with their property address. Now just talk about repurposing just a bit.
A lot of these videos are over a minute in length. So when it comes to Instagram, we got to chop it up then at that point. And then we use it on Instagram. Usually we just start with the outside of the house, because if you start with the inside of the house, it just looks like it's been chopped up. So we always start with the beginning, and usually before we walk into the house, then that's where we cut it off. The actual full video itself is on YouTube, but we also put the full videos onto Google as part of our Google business profile as well. Most of the comments we're getting is Facebook. People are like, we see you all over Facebook. But I mean, the ads that do really, really well on Facebook, we basically trim them and put them onto Instagram. So we do try to run those 2 platforms simultaneously. We're really not doing a great job with LinkedIn. That's why you didn't see LinkedIn there. But that's something after Nancy's presentation that we're going to start to ramp up big time. So this post here, in this particular video, we talk about myself, how long I've been in the business. We talk about our sales team selling hundreds of homes. but we talk about my family, we talk about the food bank. So it's just more of, people do business with who they know and who they like. And that's exactly where this particular video in this segment came in. This was one of our best videos.
Yeah, you're right. And you paid to run that video.
Exactly. This one did really, really well organically. So we thought, you know what? This one's worthy of being a sponsored ad.
Another clue. It did good free, so you spent money on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many people don't do that right now? Yeah, right. You spend money on the things that you do more of what works. More of what works means invest in it and you get more from it. Come on, guys. Good. Tony, you're crushing it, dude. It's too much winning.
After you find a video that does really, really well, at that point, what you want to find is other ways to repurpose that video. So this is just one of our databases here. So we've got about 22,000 people in there. What we do now is we export all of their email addresses and we upload them as a custom audience onto Facebook. And then the ads that have proven to do really well that we're sponsoring are the ones that these people are seeing.
So everybody take a good look at that. You got 22,000 people in your database and you didn't always have 22,000 people at your fingertips.
No.
Like 3 years ago, how many did you have?
Like probably a couple of thousand.
Yeah, there you go. So in 36 months, like you've 10 times it, man.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be well aware of this. It is about getting more people to know you. So in other words, the more people that know you seems to have a direct impact on your bank account size.
Big time. It's not about how many people you know. It's about how many people know you. And I look back in our business this year, we're getting a lot of come list me's from people that just, they're like, hey, this person referred us to you. And I look up the person and this person is not even in our database anywhere. It's all about who knows you and they're starting to refer you. And
you just made the perfect case for the pixel. It's building an audience, taking that traffic and then remarketing to them like a crazy person. You're building out your audience. Like a lot of people would be amazed if they knew how many prospects just visit their websites or landing pages and you never get their contact information. It might be 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 to 1.
Yeah, more than that probably. I mean, it's just on our TonyJohal.com. We get 3,000 to 4,000 hits a month, but it doesn't mean we get 3,000 to 4,000 leads a month from it. So, I mean, we'll probably get a 5% of that. And that means 95% of the people visited the site and then bounced away. So pixeling them now allows you to follow these people all over the place. So it gives the illusion that you're everywhere. And on top of that, your less branded site. So for us, we've got another less branded site, findhomesinwaterlooregion.com is a commission sync site, or I think it's a sync site. So, I mean, that one gets 20 to 30,000 people per month that visit the site and don't sign in, and then we lose them.
You didn't always know that.
No, I didn't.
You probably started playing around with harvesting the traffic using a pixel. That's when you realized the sheer numbers.
Big time.
You just made the case for dumb math. In other words, not coming to these meetings. Like, what is it really costing? And there are people that not on today's webinar and they don't know what you just said. And what you just said, dude, is worth, I don't know, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. That might be the best nugget of the day. Failure to take advantage of the traffic. So a lot of these people are amazed, Tony, at these tech companies like Missions Inc. and others that sold for multiples, tens, hundreds of millions of dollars. And people can't get their brain around it. They only have so many customers. No, it's the traffic. It's the impressions. It's the clicks. That's where the value is, because once somebody clicks on your Google ad, Tony, or your video, you got them. Like, you don't need them to fill out a form. You got them. And the money's in the follow-up, as Craig has said.